Well, hello, folks. It is Friday and the week is over, and we've got football coming up. A gloomy look there from Alexandria, Sinlaw Broadcasting there from Texas Street. Not getting the rain today, coverage at least that I expected, but there's maybe a little some on the way from the east and southeast. We'll look at radar in just a bit. Gina, Sinlaw Broadcasting over in that direction, still showing the low clouds and a gloomy sky. Toledo Bend, likewise, well across central Louisiana from Gina. We're seeing a cloudy sky in that direction also. Now let's check out the radar and see where the rain is. You can see at this point, most of it stayed to the east of us, kind of in a north-south oriented area from in around Baton Rouge and generally between there and New Orleans. Now let's get a little closer look here in Sinlaw because there is some. Go back an hour with this. We see a little band working through Evangeline and Avoyelles Parish. That's worked through Cheneyville right now. And looking to the north of that, we see more isolated stuff there across portions of Catahoula, Concordia, and LaSalle Parish. And it looks like a little isolated shower working in there across northeast Rapides Parish, right in that area to the east of Colleen, kind of between Colleen and DeRidder in that area. So nothing heavy like we had yesterday. So satellite and radar combining the features now. Look at this energy out to the west. You see all that kind of little twist there. And then this is like a digging of a trough. And that's exactly what's happening out west. A major weather system happening out in that direction, which I think has its eyes on us next week. So storm potential this weekend. The active weather will pretty much stay to the west of us along that trough axis. This jet stream right here is on the east side of the upper level trough. Back here you've got the same thing, except it's digging toward the northwest off the west coast. So on this east side of the energy, that's where the action will play out this weekend with rounds of thunderstorms. So those storms will be severe out in the plains, but as you see again, that's taking place all to the west of us. We will have rain chances this weekend, but right now they look to be slight and low. So Friday, this system continues to dig out west. We'll see hit and miss showers in the forecast here on Saturday. Once we work into Saturday and Sunday, we'll see rain chances increase there for tomorrow across the plains, and the system will continue to dig out west. There'll be definitely some higher elevation snow. Some of that could be pretty heavy. And then once we work our way into Sunday with that energy heading east just a tad, we'll see the showers and thunderstorms pick up and extend northward all the way from the plains into the Corn Belt and the Great Lakes in that area. And once again, mountain snows will expand and increase across the west. And again, this is, again, as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, that this is an unmistakable change in the seasons. When you get these kind of patterns, you start getting snow in the Rockies, you start getting cold air in the western United States, and that sometimes moves toward the east. But right now, you can see that the jet stream is extending northward across our part of the world. So a ridge is in control, but it'll battle it out, and eventually we'll see weather changes again for next week that will be more favorable for rainfall. Now, stepping you through this weekend, through football, say 7 o'clock, hit and miss showers will be around. I think this model has a little bit too much of it, but not a 0% chance of rain this evening for your football game. Once we work into Saturday morning for the deer hunters who are out, yeah, it's kind of conditions, humid conditions that you don't like, but that's what we're going to have. Maybe a stray shower or a sprinkle. Once we head into Saturday afternoon, say about the middle afternoon, 2 o'clock, there will be a rain chance, but I think it will be pretty low at that particular time. Saturday evening entertainment, 8 p.m., just some clouds, very little chance of rain there. And then Sunday, the next big thing happening in church, we've got a little area of showers, I think, to the west of us, maybe Sunday morning. So most folks, I think, will be able to go to church with dry weather Sunday. We'll see a little increase in our western parishes there, probably a thunderstorm or two possible in that direction by Sunday evening, out of respect for that trough and weather system out west. Two other tropics, we have a couple of systems we're watching here, one in the Caribbean that is not very well organized as far as its satellite pattern, but we are still expecting the pattern to change and evolve into a broad surface low over the next couple of days there. The most enhanced clouds is with the disturbance, which only has a 10% chance of development there north of the islands. So tropical interest areas, we remain at 10% here. National Hurricane Center has upped this to 70%. And I do agree with that. Even though the convective pattern, not impressive right now, I think it will evolve to that direction. And some models are explicitly putting a tropical cyclone in the Gulf of Mexico next week. So we'll be watching that very closely. This area has grown to 40% way out in the middle of the North Atlantic. 7-day forecast coming back home for us here in Cenla. Weekend looking pretty good. Rain chances are lower, 20-30%. Fall back, don't forget that, Saturday night. And then Monday, we'll see still about 30% as that trough still has to beat the ridge off of us. And so it will do that by Election Day. So Election Day, get ready for some rain. But there'll be some thunderstorms embedded within that. And then Wednesday, with the front kind of all part of that mix, it would just be kind of laying around in the area. And we'll see not much change in temperature with that front. And scattered rain will continue, and some lower end rain chances latter part of next week for Thursday and Friday. But again, maybe by Friday, a little bit noticeably cooler air coming into the forecast, maybe next weekend as well. But for now, the cool air is going to be slow to get here over the next 7 days. And look at this. This isn't the first time this has happened. It happened yesterday. We had a daily chance, every day, a chance of rain over the next 7 days. And after the 5 weeks or so where we couldn't buy a drop of rain, now we can't get rid of it. All right. That's the way weather works, right? And it keeps it interesting. And speaking of interesting, we'll have Nick Mikulas back with you in the morning, and I'll see you about this time tomorrow evening. Take care. And